Oh, well, my name's Fox and Until. Again, I'm but Fox. Fudge. Okay, so, basically, anyone didn't see my review of the It movie, I freaking loved it. Me, my brother, except for Larry. Larry's an idiot. But, we all kind of loved it. And I'm like, fudge, yeah, this movie's great. And I saw, and the thing is, I love the video movies and I love watching other people's reviews of them. And I'm like, all right, sweet. I watched Brad Jones's review of Midnight Screenings afterward. He's like, yeah, it's a great freaking movie. I'm like, it's freaking awesome. I checked the thing. It's a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, with not only in critics, but also with audiences and stuff like that. And I'm like, effing great. This is amazing. And all I'm thinking is, the Nostalgia Critic is planning to do the new It movie as his new review, one of his new reviews for Nostalgia Ween, and he's gonna have like a theater set up for him in Chicago and everything. It's gonna be a clipless one and stuff like that. And I'm like, all right, I want to see how he's gonna review a good movie. And him and his brother even did a whole It Siblings Corner thing. And I'm like, all right, sweet, let's watch this and see what he talks about it. And again, if you see the comments of that thing, holy Jesus. Yeah, because Doug Walker and his brother Rob Walker, credit, am I lowering or gain? Sorry, but Doug Walker and I haven't really noticed with Rob, but they can become, and I notice especially with this one, but they can really become very cinema snobby, or very snobby as movie critics, which I find completely funny, since there's another reviewer on the channel, Awesome, who is literally called the Cinema Snob, and he still gives a fair review of things. But okay, when I watched Doug's Zootopia review, I thought, okay, one, this is a guy who has literally stated that ignorance is bliss. So I'm going to push aside that he doesn't believe there's racism in America. I'm going to push that aside. Or that there's not racism in the world anymore. I'm just going to push that bit aside. He has said ignorance is bliss, so you know what? I'm just going to leave it at that. He doesn't try to learn about other things like that. So, especially with more recent events showing that, yeah, there is a lot of racism around the world. If not a lot in America. But, alright, fine. But I'm like, okay, him and he have different opinions on that. Perfectly okay with that. Whatever. Push that aside. I know there was another movie too that he talked about. Just like, all right, you know, push it aside. Whatever. Then I'm watching this one, which again, 90% for critics, and again, someone can have a totally different opinion. Larry had a different opinion. Perfectly fine. Yes, I called him at the beginning of this video, but he's a friend. Yeah. So you can have different opinions on this. And I'm going to say right now, watching this movie, some of the points that Doug and Rob Walker brought up, I thought, okay, I kind of understand that. The CG, yeah, it looked like CG. It looked like Rocket Raccoon kind of super closeness. But, yeah, it looked like CG, but it wasn't too bad, I thought. And it fit everything. It fit everything very well. At least that's how I saw everything. But the way that they talked about this movie, and yeah, they said like, their overall was meh. Their overall was meh. They said, that's what they said. But it felt more like, oh yeah, this movie's kind of stupid, and like it didn't know what it was supposed to be. This is literally what they're saying. It didn't know what it wanted to be. It didn't know. It has some good parts, but it didn't mesh together all that well. And you know what? And you know what? I'll say right now. Yeah, the beginning of this movie, totally, I was going, slow the fudge down. I was thinking, oh crap, this movie's gonna suck now, isn't it? Because in the beginning of this movie, I love this perfect review I saw of this. This movie starts off by grabbing you by the goddamn throat. And it was good, and I'm like, holy fudge, but it's freaking amazing, because it grabs you in, pulls you in real quick to the scares, yeah, but then it slows down. It lets you learn about the characters, more character development, and all this stuff, sprucing up some scares here and there, and then we pick up again even more quickly during the ending bit. And that's freaking awesome. And I was like, okay, sweet. I'm like, this movie's good. Yeah, it has some, yeah, there's some characters that they probably could have cut, but they didn't. Like the black kid. Or brown skinned kid. He only really appeared in the beginning, a little bit toward the middle-ish, endish, and that's about it. Anyways, he showed in the beginning and that's about it. Then we have the curly-haired kid. We barely follow him at all. And honestly, I'm like, yeah, those two characters really had no real point in the story. It mostly follows the other kids, the other three. I'm like, all right, good. But the scares that they had in there, they were good. Did I get scared at all of them? No. But then again, I've also played a lot of horror games. Not that many crap scares me. Larry scared me later on. Later on, when we heard like someone was ringing the doorbell at nighttime, and we're like, when we drove off to go check the bank, we're like, what the fuck? And we came back, and we're like, no one's in front of the house. Who the fudge? And Larry comes up, hey guys, that lady scared the living crap out of me. I wish I would have recorded that. That lady scared the crap out of me. I'm like, holy! And FYI, if anyone's getting angry about me saying literally like that, turns out that's not really a set rule in wording. But anyways, but this movie, again, this movie had great scares. This movie had all this good stuff. And notice how I am saying, yeah, this movie does have some problems. The CG, there are some things it's like, okay, yeah, that's just straight up CGI, maybe even a little bit cartoony-ish, but it still worked on my cases and my thoughts. Like the twisted lady face or stuff like that, or even like Pennywise when he's dancing in the box towards the end, and his head's kind of stationary while his body's dancing. Like, yeah, that's straight up CGI. But on FYI, that Pennywise one, that was hilarious. I was literally laughing at that scene. But then I was also like, okay, your hanging out is way too freaking long, and it is getting kind of creepy. And here's the thing. The movie itself, is it the perfect movie? No, it is not. But it is an awesome movie. It is amazing. It has good scares. It has everything up. And I'm very happy that it's getting great reviews and all this stuff. But the thing is, I'm trying to give it a fair review. I am saying, yeah, it has its bad parts, but it also has its good parts. And its good parts really knock out the bad. But the thing is, watching things like, and again, someone will say, oh, you're just butthurt or whatever. I don't care. I don't care on that bit, because here's the thing. You can a good review of something can show the good and the bad of something. And something like this has a lot of good in it. And there is some bad, yes. Like I said, movie starts off so goddamn fast. I'm like, holy crap, slow the fudge down. But it remedies that by allowing us to slow down a bit afterward, learning more character development, getting these kids together and everything. And I'm like, fudge, yes. And in my point of view, I think I'm giving it a somewhat fair review. Even like watch Brad Jones' one. It's better fair review. It's not saying this is the god of all movies, or saying this movie's the suckiest thing. No, hopefully this is a somewhat fair review that I'm giving. But watching Doug and Rob's review, it felt more like two things. One, it felt more like, holy crap, we said we were going to make a review of this movie, and we thought it was going to be bad, and now we're kind of screwed, so we got to nitpick the living crap out of this and start talking about more about the book than the actual movie, and stuff like that. Or, on the flip note of that note, is something else that Doug Walker has said, that he says, it was Doug Walker or it was Spoonie. It was one or the other. Sorry, but it was one or the other. But when they said, if someone likes your video, that's great. If someone hates your video, you have a viewer for life, because they will keep coming back and saying, "Oh, you're wrong" and stuff like that. And I feel like it is kind of a mix between those two. I feel more it's along the lines of, oh crap, we need to make a review of this movie, and we thought it was gonna suck, but it doesn't. So, time to nitpick. And that's really what this feels like. And I don't know, maybe I'm just saying this to say it to the internet, but that is what this feels like. Because again, a movie where Zootopia, where Doug gives it a meh thing because it's like, oh, racism isn't really a big issue anymore. Racism isn't a big issue anymore. Or other movies where he's just like, it's a meh, it's an okay movie. And I'm just like, alright, fine, he has a different viewpoint on that. This feels more, again, along the lines of, crap, we needed this thing to suck to make a review on this, but it doesn't suck, so now we have to come up with reasons why it sucks. That's what this felt like. That's what this felt like, and also, again, I'm pretty sure it's along the lines of, oh wow, this movie is getting a 90%. We're gonna say we hate it. That way, more people will come and be like, hey, did you hear what the Nostalgia Critic and his brother said about the new It movie? He said it sucks. Let's go on his channel and tell him why he's wrong. And I feel really that is how this is going. I feel like this is how that video, what that review is for. It is merely just Rob and Doug pulling a move saying, yeah, this movie's getting really good reviews. We're just going to say we hate it. That way tons of people are going to come and watch the video. But yeah, I feel like, yeah, it's just Doug Walker and his brother Rob just saying, yeah, a lot of people like this movie. It's getting really good reviews with both critics and audiences. 90%. We're going to say we hate it. That way a ton of people are going to come watch us and tell us why, say we're wrong. That way we just get ad revenue. I really feel like that is the point of this. And the reason why the reason why I even bring this up, because again, if it is just another review, which I highly doubt, because again, all the evidence kind of points to, yeah, they had to fill in seats for this auditorium thing where they're doing it in the theater, and they're like, oh crap, the movie's good. What the fuck are we gonna do about this? And also more ad revenue from stuff like this. I feel like that is really that's what the evidence is showing to me. Maybe I don't even really say I don't really feel like I'm wrong on that, but that's what it feels mostly like this evidence is. The evidence here is the movie is good. The movie was good. They need to nitpick the living crud out of this to make a review, and really, in the end, that's probably gonna help it too, because then people are like, "You're just nitpicking this stuff. It's all this was good, and like, or this bits were good," and then it's just gonna be like, they're just like, we don't really care what you think. We're doing this so that way you click on it because you hate it and then watch it again. And you know, from a marketing scheme, yeah, that's pretty good. But from a standpoint of someone who's kind of wants to know honest opinions, it feels just like, well, I can't even trust what the fudge you say now, because you're just saying it just to get more people angry to then watch your videos and stuff like that. But then again, that's how some of their channel or some bits have kept going. Because again, it was either Spoonie or Doug who said, you get someone to like your video? Fine. You get someone to hate your video, they are viewers for life. And then again, also, yeah. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Which videos I've done. Links are on my Facebook over there somewhere. Please check out my videos and tell me what you guys think. I wouldn't say to go check out the review. I would say go check out some other people's reviews of the movie. If only because they will probably give a better review of it. Again, I've only saw Brad Jones's one, but I will say check out other people's reviews. Don't just base it all on one review that you see or one little review or even a Rotten Tomato percentage. Go check out these. Go check out these. Go check out the movies for yourself, or go check out these other reviewers first before you go see it. Don't just base it all on one opinion of one or two people. Because this is, to me myself, this is a good movie, and I would definitely say to go check it out. By the way, thank you so much for watching. If you want to check out videos I've done, links are on my Facebook over there somewhere, and we will see you later. I also kept it under 20 minutes, Doug.